Hi everyone. I'm sorry I'm not there at the moment, but I've currently got a broken foot and so obviously can't do very much. So what you're going to be doing over the next few weeks with Miss Baines is a project to end the year. It's really important when you guys go into year 11 and you start doing second language in preparation for the exam. It's really important that you understand how to answer each exercise 1 through to 7. If you've got that good exam technique and a good exam practice, theoretically speaking, you should be able to get at least a C or a D on it, theoretically speaking. So it's important that you can demonstrate this knowledge. So what you've got, or what Miss Baines will hand out to you, is a series of sheets with instructions on it. I'm going to go through these instructions now with you so that you get it audio and visually, so to speak. You'll also have a hard paper copy as well that you can refer to as you're going through the project. The main idea is I want you in pairs to create a video that shows how to answer exercises 1 through to 7 completely. Now, this video is only going to be about 10 to 15 minutes long. I really don't want it any longer because it's going to get boring for people then. So, if you think back to my exercise 5 question, it took 16 minutes to do for one exercise. So obviously you're going to have to think about what you're going to edit, what you're going to have to change. So there's going to be editing involved in this activity, video editing. So you're going to have to make sure that you've got relevant computer software and things like that. Perhaps you want to bring your computer into school. That's absolutely fine. You could do that once the filming's done. I'd recommend using tablets, phones, iPhones or iPads to do the filming, and then obviously you need to work out a way how you're going to transfer that data over to your computer so that you can edit it. So I'm going to go through the instructions now. Miss Baines might want to hand out the instructions at the same time. I'm going to go through them and explain everything in detail to you. So, your learning objectives are to be able to demonstrate your understanding of exercises 1 through to 7 by creating a video, sharing and showing how to answer these questions. I'm also going to get you to work with a partner you wouldn't usually work with. This is an important life skill that you all need to be getting used to and you all need to be able to do. You have to work with people perhaps that you don't know very well or perhaps even get along with that very well for the common goal, which is to be successful in this task. So I've put you in pairings that you perhaps wouldn't normally select. I expect excellent behaviour at all times, and obviously Miss Baines will be letting me know about anybody who's misbehaving and they'll be dealt with accordingly. So please make sure that you are putting 100% into this activity. What you've got to do, as I said, in pairs you're going to create a video explaining how to answer exercises 1 to 7, giving examples just like the one that I uploaded to YouTube. 10 to 15 minutes long, so it's going to have to be a bit of editing, okay? As I've said already, you need an iPhone, Android tablet capable of recording and editing movies. You need software as well. At the bottom in this list, I've given you a few programs that you can download, whether you have Windows or Mac. So you'll need a computer you can upload the videos to your phone computer to. Work out how you're going to do that. How will you transfer it? Via Wi-Fi, USB. You need to work that out. And you might want to, once the editing's all been done, once the filming's all been done, you might well want to edit it as well in school. So you may want to bring your laptop in for that. You're going to have to plan how you're going to film and show each of these exercises. That's really, really important. You're going to have to really show that you have planned it thoroughly. If you just pick up a camera and start recording, it's not going to be very good. You're going to have to plan out who's going to do what activity, how are you going to do it. You'll get copies of the past paper from your mock exam and also a marking criteria so that you already know the answers. The past paper that you will be doing this activity on is the mock exam that you did on Friday, so it should be fresh in your minds. You're going to get the marking criteria as well, and you will all do extended. You will all do the extended marking criteria. I would love it if you as humanly possible could be doing extended for next year. So therefore, I want you to get used to answering how to answer exercise 5 extended. Remember, the skills are very, very similar, especially the writing part for exercise 5 in core as well, so it's absolutely relevant to you. As I've said, you've got to put 100% effort in this. You can't have lessons where you're sitting around doing nothing. You've got to put 100% effort in. The movie should be of a high standard, ideally HD quality, I would like it uploaded to YouTube if you can get your parents' permission as well. That would be really good so that I can access it from home. You've got 8 periods only to work in this, so you're going to have to really plan your time carefully. I've also below, if you're following along with this, you will see a list of programs that I've recommended that you could download and use to edit software, to edit your videos. Windows Movie Maker's really bad, so I would stay away from that. So I've given you a few different alternatives, okay? As I said, you need to work out how you'll get your videos to your computer. You're going to a bit of research. You're going to have to be patient in here, guys. You're going to have to actually learn how to do this sort of thing. Learn how to edit a video. Learn to, using a tutorial or an online guide, how to use the software with which to edit the videos. You're all really talented young people. There's incredible artists in this class. There's people who are really good at technology. So therefore, use your skills. Use your skills. You're all talented. Use your skills to be successful at this. So I've said iMovie for Mac. If you've got a MacBook, iMovie is probably the best one to use. It's already going to be on your MacBook already. If you use Windows, you can download this for Mac as well. So if you want to try out iMovie and another piece of software, you could do this. A program called Filmora from a company called Wondershare, and I've put the link to the app on it. You can get apps for your iPhones, tablets, Macs, Windows, you name it. It's much better to edit as well on a computer rather than a tablet. Unless your computer is really, really, really old and really slow, chances are you would be better using a computer. It's got more processing power. You're a bit more limited with tablets and things like that. So if possible, you're better editing on a computer. If you're going to be downloading and installing software, obviously you need to ask your parents, so ask for their permission first if it's not your computer. Do not pay for anything. Filmora might ask you to pay for the version. All that happens if you pay for it is you get what's called a watermark. The little bit there's a bit, let's say there, or maybe even, I'm not very good at this, there on the screen that says the name of the company. If you pay for it, that comes off. I don't mind about that. You shouldn't mind about that. It's perfectly good software. Use it as a trial. Do not pay. Okay. I'll be contactable versus Edmodo and email. Miss Baines is also going to be there as well, so she'll be able to help you with any phrasing or spelling or things like that you're unsure of. And then what you've got underneath that is a checklist, okay? And these are the things that I want you to do and tick off as you're doing it. So you've looked through the past paper together, gone through it with the marking criteria, you understand exactly what the right answers to everything are. You're also thinking as well where you went wrong in the exam, so you know how to improve for next time. I want you to plan out who's going to do what scene, who's going to do what exercise, who's going to do what question. So for example, perhaps one person might do exercises 1 and 2, another person might do 3, another person might do 4 and 5, another person might do 6 and 7. Everyone's in pairs apart from 1, 3. I expect you all to work incredibly hard. The 3, I expect more work out of you, so please make sure that it's reflected in the quality of your video. So you've planned out how you're going to answer it. You saw my exercise 5, that was an example. You might want to have 2 different cameras on at the same time, split screen. Again, research and find out how to do these sort of things within your video editing software. The planning is very important. As I say, I want you to show Miss Baines your planning before you start filming as well, please. Next thing, you start filming, you finish. You decide on what needs to be edited and you try to keep the video to 10 to 15 minutes long in total for all exercises 1 through to 7. So you finished your editing and finally you've uploaded the video or saved it to a memory stick. Perfect, okay. I've put the groups there as well, so we've got Adriana Maria, Daniela and Anibal, Alex, Carlota and Gonzalo, and Victor and Ines. And then what I've finally done below is a suggestion for how to plan your time. I think it's really important you stick to this, guys. If you don't, you risk running out of time. So I've recommended Monday the 6th of June, you get into your pairs or groups. Miss Bain will tell you what groups to go to. Make sure that you've gone through the marking criteria from the mock exam, understood where you may have gone wrong in it, and make sure that you understand all the answers. It's important as this will help you when creating the video. I've just noticed a spelling mistake, I do apologise. And your designated pairs, make sure that you both understand how to answer each question. Okay, it's really important to answer what it is, but also how you do it, using highlighters, using this, using that, answering all 3 bullet points equally, roughly 40 words, 50 words per, and so on. Keep in mind as well for exercise 6 and 7, as they're extended, the word limits have gone up. So it's not 1 to 150 in extended, it's 150 to 200 words for exercises 6 and 7. So make sure that you're adjusting your methodology, so to speak, accordingly. So you've worked out how to answer each type of question. Then you begin planning how you're going to answer each question, incredibly important. Each person must do at least 2 exercises, each on camera. What bits are you going to film? What bits do you think you might not film, you might cut out? If I were you, I'd film everything and then you can edit it, as opposed to just filming little bits and pieces and then having less video to edit, so to speak. Yeah, we'll plan out what kind of things you're going to say, what kind of methods you're going to show, and so on. And then for your homework, I want you to fund Mondays to today's lesson. For homework for Friday, I want you to finish planning how you and your partner or partners are going to answer each exercise. You might, like Miss Baines has got a spare copy of the past paper from the mock exam. Perhaps you want to take that home and work on that so you can have a think. Be using WhatsApp. You've all got WhatsApp. WhatsApp each other. Perhaps you just want to be WhatsApping the person, your pair is probably the best idea. WhatsApp, share information. I cannot stress enough, guys, this is not a Mickey Mouse mess around for the last few weeks of term. This is a genuine piece of learning which, if you do it properly, will not only help you, but will help other people as well who are trying to get their heads around English as a second language. You guys have got real experience in this, that, for example, next year's year 11s that you go, or sorry, this year's year 11s, when you go up to year 11 next year, you'll have people joining your class from first language. They've never done this before. You guys are experts in it, so I want you to really showcase your skills and your abilities and show, for me, it's the last thing you'll ever do for me, just how much you can do and just how talented you all are, okay? So, by the end of today's lesson, I want you to have worked out, for Friday's lesson, to have finished planning how you're going to answer each question and have that clear in your head. On Friday's lesson, make sure you finished your planning, your exercises, you agree on everything, so discuss. You should have done that through WhatsApp already. Make sure you have your phones, tablets, and are ready to begin filming. So on Friday's lesson, you need to bring your phones or your tablets with your parents' permission so you can begin filming. Monday's lesson, you'll probably continue filming that lesson. Some of you might hopefully finish up, but certainly I'd want filming pretty much finished by the end of Monday's lesson, okay? If you're not finished, your homework for Monday's lesson is to make sure that on by Friday's lesson, it is finished, completo, done, okay? You now need to decide what bits you're going to edit, okay? And you can begin editing on that double Friday lesson, okay? Remember, on Monday, you only get a single. So you probably are going to have to do work at home. You can film yourselves, remember, or do it in school. You can use my classroom during break and lunchtime, I trust you. You need to make sure that by next Friday's lesson, it is finished. Filming is done. You have your laptops that you might want to bring in, and then you're using that to edit. You're using that time to edit your whole thing into 10-15 minutes, okay? Your homework over that weekend will be working on the video editing, getting it to 10-15 minutes. On Monday's single lesson, I want you to make sure the editing's finished, okay? You may want to decide on finishing touches, some effects, some transitions through scenes, some text. Getting some text, some bullet points, like I did, is really useful for learners. So think about having text. If you're going to put text in it, you must make sure with Miss Baines everything is spelt correctly, or using your phones to make sure. Make sure it's all spelt correctly, okay? That will then show that will be the ending of the video, so to speak. And then on Friday's lesson, you've got a double lesson. You're going to be make sure your videos are uploaded to YouTube on a memory stick, and you'll be showing each other's videos. That will take roughly the double lesson, okay? If you finish before, let's say, Monday, if your film's finished your editing by Monday, let's just say you're incredibly forward planning and you're brilliant and you've got it all done, what I want you to do is to create a revision booklet, a guide, showing people how to answer exercises 1 to 7. So a guide that you could give to a new student that they could read through and learn how they're going to do it. Perhaps a guide to supplement, to support the video that you've created. That, my dear Year 10s, is your task. That is what you need to be doing. Everything that I've said, you have got written down, like I said, on the sheet of paper that if you've not got already, Miss Baines will pass to you. You're all going to get 2 copies of the past paper as well from Friday's lesson from the exam. Okay? Done? Done. you need to have your own phones, your own video editing software. Now, the video editing software that I've recommended, I would recommend tonight going home or tomorrow, downloading this software if you've not used it, or if you've not used it before, start using it. Start playing about learning how to upload just short video clips so that you know you're able to upload clips from your phone or your tablet to your computer. That's really, really important, so make sure that you understand. Play about with it, work out how to add text, effects, transitions, all those sort of things. It's really important that you do this well and that you're able to use your software well. Otherwise, you're not going to get as good a package, as good a video that you would be capable of producing. As I say, you know my email address, gibd@stgeorge.s. You've got me on Edmodo, probably a simpler way to contact me. You've got my example of exercise 5 on Edmodo. You've got this video on Edmodo. You've got all your instructions. You've got your mock papers. All you need, like I said, is your iPhone or Android, your phone or tablet, a computer to edit, some enthusiasm, and some hard work. Make sure you work hard on this, guys. This is what I really want to be. This is what I want. This is the last year that we've been doing. This is our final piece that we're doing together. So please, I really want you to impress me. Make sure it's as good as you possibly can. Good luck. You won't need it. You might need it a little bit, but impress me and good luck.